Turnpike over the past few weeks, you've probably seen billboards bearing the message, Islam, get the facts. The signs, which are part of the Islamic Circle of North America's outreach project, have sparked both interest and controversy across the state. My colleague, Joanna Kaplan-Gagas, sat down with Mohammed El-Filali, Executive Director of the Islamic Center of Passaic County, to talk about the billboard campaign.
Now, anyone who's driving along the New Jersey Turnpike right now can see a big giant billboard that says, "Why Islam?" Tell me about that billboard campaign.
The campaign has started over 10 years ago to explain to the people what is Islam all about. There was a lot of misunderstanding or misconception about Islam, and I think it's extremely important for people to get information about Islam from the Muslims themselves.
You say there are misunderstandings. What are the common misconceptions of Islam?
Well,
Islam,
every Muslim is bound to do some terrorist act, or Muslims are not affiliated with an organization that is healthy or is loyal to the United States. And I think that seems to be misunderstood, especially with the recent congressional hearings with Peter King. I think a lot of people have gotten a lot of misinformation. In addition to that, there's a sense of Islamophobia or xenophobia, largely. And I think it's extremely important for something like that to occur.
So really, to understand the misconceptions, I think we need to understand what the basic principles are of Islam.
Sure.
What are they?
There are 5 principles. There's the proclamation of the testimony of there's only one God and Muhammad is his prophet and messenger. And then there's 5 daily prayers that a person has to show dedication and show gratitude to God for all the great things that he has given us. 5 times a day. The first one is at dawn, then the second one is at high noon, and then mid-afternoon, sunset, and pitch black. And these are the changes for a person to reflect upon, to say that there is someone who's in charge of those changes. The third one is to fast the month of Ramadan, which we are in full swing of, is to give up what is lawful, drinking, eating, and intimate relationship with the spouse. And for the sense of having the ability to say no to things, and also to have the ability to have a strong restraint for oneself, and to have the ability to say impossible is nothing. One can do anything one puts their mind into. The fourth one, which is, and you see clearly there's a lot of similarities with other traditions and religions. The fourth one is to give charity. And the particular element of charity here does deal with the social issues that are at hand. 2.5% if a person exceeds a capital of 85 grams worth of gold. If a person is involved in agriculture, one has to give 5 to 10% of their extra income. And 20% if a person extracts minerals from the ground.
And what's
the fifth one is the pilgrimage to Mecca, to commemorate the ultimate sacrifice that Abraham was going to do with his own son.
It's interesting you talk about other religions. Tell me about the overlap, because I know there is a lot of overlap between Christianity and Judaism.
Sure. Sure, I mean, if you see the prayers, it's very true in Christian and Jewish tradition as well. If you see the charity, that's also true in the Jewish and Christian tradition. The fasting as well. I mean, the season of Lent, that's when the Christians do fast. Yom Kippur is when the Jewish people do fast. And it is also to remember the fast that Moses did when he went up to Mount Sinai for 40 days.
Do you think that your brothers and sisters who were absolutely against what we saw happen on 9/11 could have been more vocal to say, this is not our faith, this is not our religion?
I think the initiatives in the state of New Jersey and all over the country have been quite strong. We have been put up pages in the New York Times and newspapers and ads in everywhere, in radios and TV stations. The output of negating whatever action took place was quite strong. However, there's still an underlying current of Islamophobia in the states and in the country that we still have to deal with.
Well, Mohammed, thank you so much for helping us to understand a little bit more. Mohammed El-Filali, Executive Director of the Islamic Center of Passaic County. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanna.